So 1B is actually really easy, and I think 2A is really easy. I feel like 2A we've already seen before. One A got complicated. I feel like there's an identity that like makes this first one like really easy, but I didn't find it. I didn't figure it out.
Would 1 minus cosine of x just be equal to sine of x?
No, because it would have to be squared.
Right, but if you have, so sine squared of x plus cosine squared of x equals 1. If you just take the square root of all that, it'd just be sine of x plus cosine of x equals 1, right? Because the square root of 1 is 1.
I think what it comes out to be is the square root of cosine squared plus 1. Like you don't have that separated out. You have it all. Like if you were to square root both sides.
Oh, gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Because the plus sign, it screws everything up.
that's true. Dang it.
I know, right? Terrible.
So did you go about just trying to make the denominators equivalent then and try simplifying it from there? Or did you try and simplify it before you did anything? If that
I
makes
don't
sense.
think you can simplify it. I guess maybe that one's good. Okay, let's see. I didn't even realize that. Wait, let's see. That's gonna be cosecant. Let's see. Minus. I don't know. The second one, you can break that up and turn it into cosecant of x minus cotangent of x. But I don't know what to do. I don't know. I don't know if you're supposed to do it that way. What I had done initially was, for the denominator, I made it sine of x times 1 minus cosine of x. And then on the numerator, I put sine of x plus 1 minus cosine of x. And then I tried simplifying it, and I didn't ever get it to go anywhere. Like, honestly, I don't know what I did.
Okay, I have no idea if this is right, but I think I got something here. Okay, I don't know if I did this right, but take a look at that, see if that looks accurate at all. Can you even read that?
So you have So where'd you get the squared? Like, where'd you get sine squared?
So when I multiplied, because you have to multiply each fraction by the opposite denominator
That's
in
what I
order
was.
to combine them.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I know
yeah,
I was skipping a step, but that was the step I was skipping. All right.
but did that look right? I don't know if it's right or not, but it seems right.
Let me see. All right. Let's see. And then you multiplied out the 1 minus cosine x. All of that squared, you multiplied all of that.
Yeah.
Hey.
right, we'll see how long this works. I don't know how long I'll have service.
That's fine.
At least my baby is not with me, so it's just me. I'm only endangering my own life.
That's good.
Is it?
Well, considering the other option, endangering both lives, I mean,
Yeah.
That's true. It's a step in the
better
right
of two evils.
All right, so Charlie, the next part. So I have sine squared x plus 1 minus 2 cosine x plus cosine squared x all over sine of x times 1 minus cosine.
Say that again.
All right, so this is right after I factored out the 1 minus cosine x or whatever you call it.
Okay.
And I have sine squared x plus 1 minus 2 cosine x plus cosine squared x all over sine of x times 1 minus cosine x. That's without adding or subtracting anything. That's just having it all laid out.
Right.
Here, let me see yours again.
Yeah, because when I did it out, I didn't include the what you call it.
Can you go any closer?
Let's see. That's where I'm at.
All right, so there's right there. I see something. So on that first step, it looks like you can't just take sine x or sine squared x plus 1 minus cosine squared x because you have to factor it out like this. So you have to multiply it like that. And so it ends up being like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Or am I doing it wrong? It's very possible I'm doing it wrong, but
No, that would make sense. That just doesn't make it easy, and so I don't like it.
it just doesn't make it easy. But the good thing is, well, one thing that makes it look easier is since sine squared x plus cosine squared x is equal to 1, those cancel out, and so you'll have 1 plus 1 minus 2 cosine x. And then that goes into 2 minus 2 cosine x. And then that from there, I don't know what to do. That's
Okay, that looks right. So we got 2 minus. Can you factor out the? Wait, show that to me again. Yeah, can you factor out the 2, and then it becomes 2 times 1 minus cosine of x, and then does that cancel out?
I think so, actually, yeah. It is.
And so then it would just be 2 over sine x.
So would you go one step further and make it 2 times cosecant of x?
Oh, interesting. We might as well.
Might as well. All right, well that took one full piece of paper. I'll go ahead and write it out neatly since we have to turn something in.
Yeah, that seems right.
Okay. All right, and then if you want to get started on B,
Okay.
that one's easy.
So with these ones, I always get confused on how they simplify. So I got it to the point where tangent of A. Oh, gotcha. 'Cause it's tangent of A times. Never mind. Hold on. Was it just 1?
Yeah.
Okay. I was overthinking it.
Yeah, that usually happens.
Okay. A was for 2A was fairly simple, right?
I believe so.
Okay. That one I figured out.
Wait, I got a question about 1B.
Yeah. About 1b or 2b?
1B.
Okay.
Because I was just writing it out so it was nicer so I could turn it in.
Uh-huh.
And I did this yesterday, but I'm looking at it now. So tangent of x turns into sine of x over cosine of x. And then the cosecant squared of x minus 1 turns into cotangent squared of x, right?
Uh-huh.
And so then you have sine of x over cosine of x times, would it be cosine squared of x over sine squared of x? And then those cancel out, and then it'll just be left with cotangent x instead of 1.
Hold on.
Or am I missing something?
Hold on. Let me work through this because I did it wrong. Now
No,
that I'm
it's all
looking
good.
at it.
Because initially I got 1,
Right.
but now that I'm at it,
Yeah, because I think I did the same thing.
right.
So the way I did it is I just left tangent alone, and I just substituted the cosecant squared of x minus 1 for cotangent squared of x.
Okay.
And so then one of the tangents is just going to cancel out, so it would be 1 over tangent of x, which would just be cotangent x, I guess.
Oh, okay. So the answer is cotangent x.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you figure out 2b?
No, I don't think I did.
Okay.
I don't even think I started on it. Because I looked at it and I was like, eh. Did you figure out 2?
No.
I think I got it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, how'd you do it?
So I started off with multiplying the sides over, or the denominators over. So I had cosecant of x times 1 minus sine squared is equal to 1 plus sine times 1 minus cosecant. And I just left the negative x's in there. I didn't deal with those till later. And so that turns out to be cosecant x minus, and then it's sine squared of x times cosecant of x, which cancel those out. So I ended up just putting cosecant of x minus sine of x. And then on the other side, I put, oh, that's what I did. So I multiplied it out. So it's 1 minus cosecant of negative x plus sine of negative x. And then it's minus 1 because you do sine of negative x times negative cosecant of negative x, and those just cancel out. And so it turns into negative 1. And so the negative 1 takes care of the positive 1 at the beginning. And then you're left with cosecant of x minus sine of x is equal to negative cosecant of negative x plus sine of negative x. And so since those are both signs, the negative inside affects the outside. So those switch. So you end up with cosecant of x minus sine of x. Does that make sense?
Will you show it to me?
No.
But please? Okay.
That's what is it getting?
Okay, so what you did is you multiplied the denominator by the numerator and vice versa to get rid of the
Just
fractions.
cross multiplied, yeah.
Right. Okay. So then you got it. Okay. Where did so when you multiply, oh wait. Oh, gotcha. Okay, you multiply that into that. Okay. All right, can you move it up a little bit? Okay, that makes sense.
Let me write it out. So it's pretty and such.
when you FOILed the 1 plus cosecant x, or sorry, 1 minus cosecant negative x times 1 plus sine negative x,
Yeah.
where did the 2 go? Because don't you have to FOIL out the 1? Or am I
So
doing it wrong?
you multiply 1 times 1.
Oh, right. So that's 1. But then where does the 1 go?
I'll show you in just a second.
Okay. Oh, got it. Because the cosecant times the negative sign, it's just going to be negative 1.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Sweet. Anything else you wanted to go over?
No, that was surprisingly simple.
Yeah, just wait till the test.
I know I'm bracing for it. I saw this meme today where it was like, what is taught in, let me see if I can't find it. I think I took a screenshot of it. But it was like talking about like what's on the test versus like what's taught in class. And it was like relating it to a bicycle. And it was like, what's taught in class? How to ride a bicycle. What's in the homework? Taking the training wheels off. And then what's on the test? You have 2 hours to win the Tour de France. Like
Right.
that sort of thing, where it's just like ridiculous, like has nothing to do with what was actually taught. It was really funny.
All right. I'll go ahead and get this turned in.
Okay, cool. Are you gonna do both of them then? The quiz and the Google Hangout?
Yeah. I'll
Awesome.
do it.
Cool. Thank you.
All right. See you next week.
Cool. See ya.